coming out to the head of the path, you are confronted by a number of bandits, and they're all looking specifically towards Dryden.
Hi.
One bandit in particular takes a step forward and points at you as if he's about to say something.
I return pointing.
A blast of light, and you guys are suddenly not where you were.
I was still pointing, and with my mouth agape.
You're standing now in front of a canyon city, and this is the city of Begranum. Standing next to you, where your infernal traveling companion was, is a beautiful human woman, or at least she looks human, and she is clothed in light, just this pure radiance. She looks down at her feet, and she's standing in a pile of ashes.
Wincing, I walk over to her. What's a pretty bright lady doing in a place like this, like you are?
She doesn't respond. She waves her hands, and some of the ash gathers into an orb, floats up. She greets it with her hands, and she discorporates into another blinding flash of light. You guys know who this was. This is the avatar of Elanda Duskwalker, the goddess of death.
Man, every time I try to pick up a girl.
Why are you trying to pick up a god?
Come on. Do you know me? Do you see this face? Do you see this face?
Quick roll call, guys. Who's all here?
It's
I'm
me.
here.
Here.
Yeah, here. Wait, here? Am I here?
You're here.
Are you
I'm
talking
here.
to me?
Don't ask me questions like that, man. You're gonna blow my mind. Where's Toothy McEats people?
I thought he was the Ashes.
Oh well.
I thought that he finally caught up with, Death finally caught up with him.
I think death catches up with us all. I can't wait to catch up with her again. Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
So
I have no idea. Oh, you're sick.
It's dusk at the moment. The snow is falling heavily. A town welcome sign can be seen here. You read it and it says, Begranum, gateway to the Furnick Mountain Range. Hanging below the sign, you see various smaller signs showing the names of different shops around town. A couple of signs are barely hanging on, but one in particular, you see Help Wanted painted on it. And it's the sign for Zanward's Hammer, Tavern, and Provision. There is also a sign that bears the mark of the Artisans Guild and the name of the shop, the Golden Buckle. You see much activity going on the street. People are milling about, and there are small groups gathered here and there, chattering about different topics. There is one old man pulling a shop cart filled with swords, shields, and other such wares.
I take a step towards the signs, and I look really closely at the one that says "Help Wanted," like really closely. Is it freshly made? Has it been freshly painted, or?
Give me an investigation check.
I will roll investigate, and I get, good lord. I get a 17.
17?
Yes.
This paint seems fairly fresh. At least within the past couple of days that you can figure out.
Help wanted, huh? Well, guys, if you want to go help somebody out, that's brilliant.
Love to, but quickly. I look at I try to check if there's any sort of markings for church-related objects, namely of my faith.
You do not see any signs indicating a Temple of Toledo. But you do see a sign for the Temple of Elanda, and there is a hint of a sign that indicates that there is a temple to Zanward Mind Shadow.
I don't like either of those, do I? No, I don't. I definitely do not.
I don't think you want to be entering those now, do you?
You said there's an old man? I walk over to the old man. I say, "Old man!"
He just keeps pushing his cart.
Old man, what wares have you?
What you can see is what I have.
What do I see?
You see various swords, shields, and a few pieces of armor. Nothing looks like spectacular.
None of that looks spectacular, but thank you anyway. I shuffle backwards.
He gives you a rude gesture as he keeps pushing the cart.
I hope he doesn't know that one.
Hey guys, there's a Gildy shop here.
I
You
move
wanna
to
check
the
it
old
out?
man. I move to the old man and ask him, "Are you working under commission? Are these for the king's men?"
No, these are just for adventurers who pass through.
Oh, well. Where are you taking these two exactly, and where'd you get them from, if you don't mind my asking?
They're provided by the guild shop, and I just sell them.
Street corner type thing?
Pretty much.
Got you. Well, good luck in your ventures.
Thank you.
Can you point me in the direction of the guild shop?
The short one over there should know.
I walk forward again towards the old man. By the way,
What now?
have you heard any rumors of people who need, stuff that's got my own wares to hawk?
No, I don't. And he, without a word, he pushes his cart away.
He suddenly
Jeez.
gains speed, strength, and momentum, hurrying away from our sorry asses.
He hurtles away into the sky.
I look to them and say, we should head to the guild shop before we move on so we can better
You're right.
equip ourselves.
I have something for you to forge, sir.
As if they even have a forge.
But, well, you said you would make the Okay, fine. You'll make it when you make
So
it.
you're approaching the guild shop, the Golden Buckle.
I move to follow.
Okay.
I move to Prance.
You've been through here once or twice. You know where the Golden Buckle is. Approaching the Golden Buckle, you see an aged halfling sweeping the steps of the shop. He smiles at all of you. I noticed you were walking towards my shop. Unfortunately, I'm about to close up. He looks... Ah, Kazgrim's Amir. I guess I could stay open for a fellow artisan. He says with a smile as he waves you all in and enters the shop.
Out of curiosity, would I know his name or
You might, yes.
Whoa, Casper.
history check, I believe?
That'd be just straight end. Not really for remembering or wisdom. My bad.
11.
Vincent.
Thank you very much, Vincent.
Whoa! You're famous, Casper?
No, most guildies just know each other.
Get famous, Casgrim.
Entering the shop, you see that it's very, very simple on the inside. There's some fine long swords hanging here and there. There's one very, very large claymore that is hollow down the center, essentially. There's a few potions on a rack. There's other shit like that.
When you say hollow down the center, do you mean there's like a split down the center?
Mm-hmm.
That's
To
cool.
trap the blade. It's a technique. You
Alphys.
trap the blade and turn it.
Yeah.
You want to see something cool?
No, please don't.
I walk up and just with my short sword, I tap the claymore.
You hear a resonant tone.
Singing sword.
You know, they used to call me back in my bandity days. They never liked me.
I wonder
They
why.
picked on me the most.
So, what are you doing in the shop?
I'm gonna walk up to Vincent and ask if he would happen to have any crossbows.
Sure, I got a couple of crossbows right back here.
I go up and look at the crossbows and check their craftsmanship.
Investigate.
Investigation.
There's a couple of stonework crossbows, wooden.
13.
There's one steel crossbow that's very finely crafted,
13.
and that's the one your 13 points you to.
Okay. I asked Vincent how much is the steel crafted one.
I could give it to you for about 5 gold.
5 gold for this?
Yeah, you're guilty.
I'll take it.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah.
I slither on up to the counter and And I
Transaction is made.
look over. Do you happen to have anything for a little rogue? A little bit of rogue? A little bit of a, stabby, shooty work?
He reaches below the counter, comes up with a small black box. Well, it's small. It's like this wide, this tall. And he faces it latched towards you.
I carefully unlatch it and I open it.
Okay. Revealed to you are two stilettos made of gold. They have red leather on their handles and diamonds for pommels.
I slap my dark drow cheeks and I as the light, I imagine, like the glow of the gold is shining on my face. I'm, and I say, how much?
What are you willing to give for him?
This wizard.
How does about like 100 gold sound to you?
All right.
I throw the gold at him and I take the box and I clutch it to my chest greedily.
Dragon, let me see those for a second.
No! Okay.
So
You can see one.
Althus, what are you doing at the moment?
Just putzing around for anything that strikes my fancy. I'm kind of bored as it's a weapon shop, and there's never anything for me in here. There's boots with metal on them.
Actually, you do see something that catches your attention.
Is it Dryden doing Dryden things?
That too. But
I'm rocking back and forth with the chest clutched to me.
there's a small golden rod in a glass case.
I move closer.
It seems golden, but it's more like gold inlays on a really shiny, well-polished wood.
I'll roll history. Do I know anything about this? A rod of gold. With a 15.
The 15?
Yeah.
The specific inlays on this rod, basically, you know that these inlays are indicative of a magical focus. As such, a wand.
I stick my hand up in the air and wave it a little bit.
What if nobody notices?
What can I do for you, human?
This doesn't look much like guildy work to me. Not that I know of.
That actually comes from the Arcanes Guild.
Ooh, do they have a place around here?
Unfortunately not. It got blown up.
You don't say.
Gnomes are magic.
A little bit of both.
Magic gnomes.
Oh, I
Last
clutch my
time
chest.
I trust a toaster made by a tinker.
What are you talking about?
Never mind, you wouldn't understand. Do you want that little rod?
It looks amazing, but I have very precious little to trade with.
Tell me what you got, and I'll tell you what kind of deal I can make.
I got a map and 31 gold.
I can give you a small loan if you need.
No, go away.
I just, look, I know there's interest involved. I'm not
No,
saying a
go
lot.
away.
Oh,
He walks out from behind the counter and towards you, holding a small key. Where are you guys going? Because I think I can make you a deal based on certain information.
I can't speak for the group. I'm actually following your guildie around.
We're heading to the capital.
Why?
I need to make a stop by the guild headquarters there and get ready to set up.
that's right. What was our main quest before?
Something about the monastery. Oh yeah.
Weren't we making a
Revenge.
delivery to
No,
the
actually,
monastery?
originally going to the capital was to find the third item.
Damn it!
Ha ha!
I still have my...
And of course, to find the guy who killed your your brother and soul.
Yeah, but
I
they
still
don't
have
know this.
my two little. I haven't put on my. Oh wait, have I put on my amulet? Not yet.
Nope.
I'm still holding one of your stilettos.
All right.
I'm gonna roll investigation to check the craft.
Okay. Would that be artifact or something?
Real quick. What
no,
does
that
this
would just
look
be
like again?
investigation.
It's just a stab.
So 10.
So like a really narrow blade. Okay.
10? Seems fine.
I take it back.
If you're going to the capital, I have a friend who is the head of the Arcanes Guild chapter in the capital. I need to know what happened to him. So if you can get me that information, I'll send you with a scroll of message and this wand.
Do we have a contact there? Who do we need to talk to? I need details on a lot of them.
You'll know where the Arcanes Guild is as soon as you enter the town.
Oh,
It's right off the main gate.
say that the Arcanes Guild is compromised due to magic and or gnomes or inquisitions or what have you.
Okay? What about it?
then?
Then you tell me what you see in the guild's chapter house, and we'll call it a deal.
Okay. What do you guys think? I point mostly at sticks.
We're headed that
You
way
want the
anyway,
wand.
so I don't mind.
All right, so he inserts the key into a little lock, and the glass case just pops open, cracks a little bit from the force. Damn gnomes! And he picks up the wand of focus and hands it to you.
I poke it with my staff before actually picking it up with my hand.
No effect.
I grab it with my hand. Just
Okay.
whole thing, just.
All right. Add that to your inventory plus scroll of message.
I say, gentlemen, before we start going, let me get situated. So here's what I do. I put my crimson dagger on my chest, and then I put my stilettos. I put them in hilts on either side of my on my hips, and then I put on my amulet because I got one. I put that on.
Okay.
Ah,
You hear an odd music playing in the back of your head. It's very pleasant.
well, this is better than the usual stuff I hear. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Sorry.
Vincent said, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I'm used to it.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, so should we head to the inn and check that job listing they have out front?
Yes.
I was gonna try to avoid getting more jobs, but why not? You didn't give a time constraint. I turned to him really quick. You heard that.
Oh, real quick,
I did.
I
Oh,
lean
what is the
real
time
close to
constraint?
the.
None.
Lean real close to the purveyor of this fine establishment. I say, purveyor of this fine establishment.
What?
Do you? I lean closer. Do you know if there's anyone in town who needs jobs done?
Dark One, you smell funny.
That's my new scent. I purchased it recently at the let's not get into it.
Anyway,
I step close to Dryden and say,
What are you
to the
getting?
purveyor of this fine establishment, is this man harassing you? Does he need to be removed from the
I
establishment?
have a legitimate question. Can you please step away, Halthus? Anyway.
no, it's fine. I deal with this kind all the time.
Oh, what do you mean by my kind?
Oh, the dark ones.
Son of a. Anyway, racism aside.
That's not racist. You're dark as night.
Anyway,
and I turn
get to your question.
and I turn away from the rest of them and I face him and I'm like, so do you know? Okay, can you tell me if there's any contracts?
You're looking for a bounty board, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Get out of my shop.
I slink my head and I walk out sad.
I follow behind him very closely.
Before I leave, can I get some bolts as well?
Sure. Oh, you got a pack of 20 when you purchased the crossbow.
And I think it came with a case.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so,
A case and a sling.
well, I will talk to you later, Vincent.
See you, Kaz. So,
By the way, that scent thing wasn't a reference or anything.
I know. Coming out, the sky is growing dim. Shops and inns are lighting candles and torches. The residential areas up on the top of the canyon sides are becoming aglow with light.
So
It's very, very beautiful.
I'd like to make a quick history roll. Can you tell me what sort of industry this town is known for?
Okay.
Is it a trade, a mining, I don't know. What does a 9 get me?
A 9? Is that plus your pluses?
That's plus my pluses. I'm not a scrub. I count my pluses in my roll.
Thank you. You know
Look
that
at me like that.
with a 9, basic knowledge. This area does contain a lot of magic, and it's something to do with the minerals found in the mines of the mountain. You don't know that.
How do you guys feel about going to that? What was the name of the tavern that wanted the help?
Zanward's Hammer.
The
Sandward's Hammer?
Sounds sort of right.
The
Do you
big
know the
help
way?
wanted sign over there?
To that one. I move off without waiting for the party.
Oh,
Zanward's.
Sandwords.
How's it
That's a
spelled so we can fuck this up realistically?
It's a
Zanward.
Zanward.
Yep.
So to Zan Ward's we go.
Zanward.
I say Zan Ward, okay?
As you approach the tavern,
It's a drow thing.
you hear a bard playing a mellow, almost somber melody on an accordion. Standing next to the door, you see a human juggling, and he's doing so quite skillfully. It's almost as if the items he is juggling are not really there, but he doesn't seem to care. He just... But moving closer to the tavern itself, you see the bard who is playing the tune. He's a tall drow. By the way, as you move closer, you catch the attention of this juggler.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Trouble
Could I
I walk right past
trouble
him.
you for a second?
who?
Not like
Trouble
we have
us?
much else.
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me?
I dispel my
Polymorph.
polymorph, my disguised self, to reveal my woven nature.
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
You guys haven't seen any. You guys haven't seen any of his kind around here.
Werewolf!
Can I roll history and see if I know about his kind at least?
Later, let him introduce.
I couldn't help but smell the intense fragrance of blood.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my fragrance.
No, it covers that one quite well.
Damn. I need to get stronger fragrance.
Are you adventurers?
In a word?
What he said.
Something tells me my destiny lies with your path. Would it be possible for me to travel with you guys for a while?
We're always looking for a good, fuzzy companion. I'm totally game with having a. Do you mind if I stroke your fur every now and again? Like it doesn't have to be creepy. I just want to touch your arm hair or something. It seems very soft. I go and I stroke his arm.
And I punch him in the shoulder.
Oh, you're soft, but your fist hurts, but it's also so soft.
It's like being punched with pillows.
Then I will speak to you in my normal voice. So, I do not like to be touched. But as long as this is okay, I think we shall get along fine.
I have no qualms. It's always nice to have a bigger
Good.
person.
This
Hey,
pleases me.
hey, is that a fat joke?
If it helps, I'm a blacksmith.
Me as well.
It's always nice to meet a fellow blacksmith. My name is Kuznets.
Kuznets.
Kuznets, yes.
Oh, I got it on the first try. I could have said anything, but I said your name correctly. Sir, I think we'll get along swimmingly.
I am pleased, I think.
You should be.
Okay.
You're not pleased yet. I'll show you pleased.
And Malthus, you're already in the tavern.
I'm already asking about the job.
Why must you flirt with every person you see?
It's not a matter of flirtation. It's a matter of philosophy. If you get along with somebody you meet, and I walk away.
Okay. I will follow you.
Yeah, welcome to the party, by the way.
Thank you.
So, focusing on the bard, playing the accordion, playing very somber tone, you see him as you enter. He is standing at nearly 7 feet tall. He's dressed in fine black silk pants belted with an electrum chain. His bare torso is littered with innumerable scars and tattoos. His hair is long and shock white, and down to his knees in a single braid. His eyes seem to glow with purple elemental electricity.
Have I seen him before?
You caught a glimpse of someone similar at the monastery.
So I
as you
haven't
were leaving.
met him.
Right.
All right.
You also see, standing next to him, an Om Charette. And he stands about 3 feet tall and has well-maintained black fur.
Could you describe an Om Charette for me, please?
An Om Charette is a short, fox-like person.
Okay.
More anthro, less furry.
Well, Sean Mitt is a larger
I-
wolf-type person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I dive roll across the center of the bar towards the fox person, and I
You nearly
get on
slipped
my
up.
hands and
You
knees.
nearly
on the
slipped up.
stage.
I'm on the stage, and I realize where I am at once, and I back up off the stage, and then I just get real close, and I'm just like this on with my elbows on the stage, and I'm propping my head up, listening to the music.
Okay. It's an old song, an ancient song that you've all heard many times before. And the song is about the war between Zanward Mindshadow and Alonda Duskwalker. The constant, almost eternal conflict. And the Om Charette is singing. The mood of the tavern overall, by the way, is very calm. And there is a single open table with 4 seats.
Ah, perfecto.
I get up, I spin on my heel, and I walk towards the table, and I sit down, facing the stage.
Okay.
I sit down as well.
All right.
I as well.
I haven't stopped talking to the bartender.
You haven't started talking to the bartender.
Welcome to the parallels of the space-time continuum.
The barkeep points you towards the table.
Oh,
At the table, I raise a finger in the air, as if to call for attention for a bar wait like
A barmaid?
A barmaid, yeah.
I move over and ask him, "What do you have?"
A tall, very thickly built human woman, quite attractive, kind of a Swiss type of build, Eastern European at best, walks up. What do you have?
I nudge. This is gonna take me a while to get your name.
Kuznets.
So a
Kulznitz.
drow.
I nudge Kulznitz. I'll take her.
So a drow,
God.
a human, a gnome, and a what the hell is that? As I point at the giant fox
I'll take-
wolf sitting at the table next to my 2 friends.
I'm a Shanmit.
I'm gonna take this time to roll history to check.
I'll take.
One sec.
Take this time to.
I'll take some. No, hear me out on this, Chris. This is gonna be improv.
Okay. Make your roll. Call it when it's done.
No.
What do you?
I will
It's
take
overproof,
a Drow Dark Brew. It's a type of wine.
A Drow Dark Brew, huh?
I'm hoping you have it. Crossing my fingers. Not a lot of places have it.
We do.
I'm in love with you. If you just bring me this, I will fall in love with you.
Fine. What can I get everyone else?
Dude, would you happen to have some gnomish wine?
From the monastery south of here? Yeah.
I'll take 2 checkers. One for me and one for our new wolf.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Okay. Human, what do you want?
Tea, please, if you have it.
We do. What kind?
Ooh, passion tea.
All right. And she walks away. As she does, a man of average size, completely cloaked and wearing a porcelain mask, approaches you all and introduces himself. My name is Graven Wolvaris. Welcome to Zanward's Hammer.
Oh, thank you.
Are you here about the job?
Well, I was more here for the Dark Brew, but...
Yes, we are.
oh, yes, the job. Sorry. I was more distracted by your... I look longingly after the barmaid.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Many travelers do.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
lean
can
over
tell.
and I tap him on the. I tap Dryden on the shoulder and say, "Focus. Stay with me, buddy.
I'm just...
Focus."
I mean, come on, that Dark Brew.
You're here about the job, huh?
Yes.
I'm always game for jobs.
All right. So, the task is simple. I have a single cart transporting an important artifact to Serral, the seat of the Arcane Guild. It must arrive in exactly 37 days at the home of Shothar the Infernal. If you agree to escort the artifact, you will be given a room, hot meals, and enough provisions to last the trip. 37 days. Of course, you will be rewarded, but Jothar will provide that.
Upon delivery, of course.
Jothar?
Jothar.
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 Who is Jothar?
He's Jothar. Unimportant. Focus, Dryden.
You'll find out.
Okay.
If we're sent to find him, I doubt it's going to be hard to find him.
Now, here's a question. Say you're in the business of collecting contracts, a particular variation of contracts. What could you do me for there? Maybe a little something extra on the side of this mission?
Ask Jothar. He moves his porcelain masked face very close to you.
I move my stone slate masquerade masked face close to his.
You
touch.
smell something like rot from his mask. Jothar is also the head of the Assassin's Guild.
I cock my head.
And he leans away.
I do a short bow and I say, "Thank you, sir."
You are welcome.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear us talking about that.
Probably
No.
not. The music's at a good volume.
Again, while it may not sound like I'm being discreet, I'm being pretty discreet.
So,
If you don't mind my asking, what dangers can we expect on the road? If you're so desperate to hire random guys in a bar, it can't be good work.
let's see. Bandits, wolves, goblins.
Right. All things I've handled before.
What else did I see there? Kobolds,
Haven't handled those before.
but they're meh.
They're meh. Okay.
They're quite easy. Just kick them around. The path is very windy, and it sits cliffside for over half of the journey.
6 ways to die, friend. We're gonna need something a little bit better than provisions if you want us or the cart to make it in one piece. We may need an advance on something to at least get him, I point my thumb to Dryden, or him, and I point my thumb to
Kuznets.
Kuznets.
Kuz. Got it.
Why you pointed Kuznets?
Why you touch me with distance?
You're touching me. Get off me.
I'm not touching you.
Mage hand.
Stop touching yourself. Oh, crap. My bad.
So,
To get to get either one of them some gear, so that they don't end up being a good pincushion along the road.
I'll show you a pincushion.
he takes a moment to examine all of you. What weapons do you specialize in?
The stabby, fire arrows kind. Bow and knives.
Okay.
Short swords and spears.
I don't need weapons. I need some sort of armor.
You'll take a dagger.
I'll take a dagger.
Long swords, mostly.
Okay. I'll get those together from the guild shop in town. Have them ready for you at the cart.
Excellent. Tomorrow morning, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Perfect.
First light.
Sounds good to me.
You gentlemen ready for this?
For sleep?
I
Sleep.
Where's
Where's my tea? My
You're
tea.
holding it.
Where would I look at a
Sleepy time.
timepiece?
By the way, Helga comes out, places the drinks on your table,
I
winks at Dryden,
wink back.
and moves to the next table to serve their drinks. There is a gearwork timepiece on the wall.
Oh. No,
Just
that was
off
what
the
I was...
stage.
The only reason I was asking is because I was waiting for Helga. But now she's come, the beautiful lass,
And gone.
and gone. I hate it when she leaves, but I love to see her walk away. And I say this in character out loud. I hate it when she leaves, but I love to see her walk away.
And I say, oh, be careful with that joke. It's an antique.
Hey, it's not an antique from where I come from.
Ah, you must be new to humor.
No, well, new to
Just as
Top
to the
side.
surface.
topside humor. Or as we like to call it, plebeian humor.
Graven says, "Is there anything else you need for the trip?"
A map, please.
Maybe
Multiple, in case something were to happen to it, like we drop it or we're stupid.
Maybe some I don't know if health potions would be included in the provisions.
All right, I can provide some of those.
And if you happen to have any sort of poisons or anything, or ingredients for that kind of stuff, you gotta look at me and you got.
He leans towards Dryden again and says, "There's a shack 27 days north. It's on the path.
All right.
You'll find things you need there.
Thank you.
Anything else?"
Nope.
Just a place to sleep.
The rooms are in the back, just left of the stage, right of the stage. Left, right, left.
We can find it.
And as he's trying to figure out directionality, you see the ceramic mask kind of slip down a little bit.
So for
I'm
now, my
assuming
friends,
it's gooey underneath.
You don't really see anything underneath.
Oh, I smelled rot, so I thought like his face was decaying off underneath. But you're saying I don't see like anything?
You see the back of the cloak.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna take a look at. You guys can look if you want. I'm gonna be polite. And this man has been so polite to us. He's offered us a job. You know.
I pretend to take a drink, and I mutter the incantation for detect magic. It sounds something like...
But what is your verbal component for detect magic?
Well, I'll get back to you on that.
You just.
No, you have to make up your
Yeah,
trigger
just make a
word
word.
for it.
Oh, boy. You want me to invent fake words?
It could be a fake word. It could just be detect magic or something like that.
Yeah. Detect fucking magic.
Detect fucking magic.
Oh man,
If
I don't like
use
fucking
this
magic.
phrase outside of casting the spell, we'll cast it. If I say traces is my activation spell,
Okay.
every time I say, we should look for traces of him, damn it!
You don't know.
I would, I've done this for years.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Is there some magic
So
to
if
it?
you say
Detect magic is.
I'd have to say it in a different language.
that would work, I mean, sure.
I say it in the language of the fire elementals.
Okay.
Oh, what would the fire elemental language?
Primordial, I believe it's called. Primordial?
Primordial.
I didn't want to just say primordial and say, you guys look it up, bitches.
Primordial.
Ooh,
Language
Very
of
gravelly.
elements.
Traces.
very gravelly.
Elementals is
What,
speak to the wind.
What
You're
language?
the water.
Okay, there it is. Verbal and somatic. What's your somatic component?
Which is moving hands.
Yes.
Ow! Why did I do that?
Okay.
I draw. Wait, I have to come up with something.
What if it's just
It doesn't
up?
have to be
Yeah,
complicated.
it could be exactly that.
Palm open, fingers, thumb out,
Okay.
across.
There you go.
And what would be a primordial word? Ek.
Something that
Ek-
fire can say.
Ek-
So it's nothing you can pronounce with a tongue.
Good enough.
So try that.
That works.
That works. You made it so
threw my
much
drinks.
badass sound.
What are you looking at?
At that mask, at that cloak, at that which way thing.
Okay. You detect magic on the mask. It's abjuration magic. That's all you get. There's also elemental magics coming from the stage. And Helga's radiating some magic of her own.
I know what magic she's radiating. Oh, she's
I
magic.
choose
alright.
not to share this with Dryden. I look around the table real quick. Are any of my buddies glowing?
Not really.
Except for things we'd already know.
Yeah.
I don't have
Anything
my-
anybody wants to say that's glowing right now?
Yeah. What
Inventory
would be
check, motherfuckers. Do you speak
I
it?
think my cursed dagger on my chest would be glowing.
Your necklace.
No, that's detect curse, not
Oh,
detect.
so the necklace and the dagger are not glowing. Would my stilettos be glowing?
The stilettos do.
That's for you to know. For me to maybe find out if you tell me. What do I have?
Well,
tattoo
I
on my
wouldn't
left
see
hand.
those because I'm looking at the top of the table, not at your knickerbockers.
I also have.
The you see through the table, by the way,
Oh, damn it.
for detect magic.
Is it more like a sense magic? Does
Kinda.
it like glow in my eyes?
Yeah.
Or is it like I
it's
can.
auras?
I have a blank book.
Mm-hmm.
My stone mask, which I assume doesn't do anything either. 'cause
So
we're
your entire
into
pouch
that.
is just glowing mad between cups of flame, blank
Elemental
books.
orb shard.
Elemental-
The flame cup, I don't know if that's magic.
You freaking-
Nothing in the flame cup. Elemental orb shard. Yes.
Obsidian dagger, because I never looked at that.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait.
The obsidian
You
dagger.
don't have the obsidian dagger.
I do have an obsidian dagger.
Can we say
I've had an obsidian dagger for a long time, like when I first started up before we started recording.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. Yes, that glows as well.
Can
And
I
a
s-
No, I don't have that.
I wouldn't be able to tell between all the shit in your bag.
Just my tattoo.
The tattoo is magical or cursed?
It's the magical tattoo. It changes shape when you.
Would
So
his
it's-
tat glow too?
The tattoo, yes, that would glow.
The scar would glow? Okay. So creepy scar on my arm.
What school of magic is it glowing as?
It's alteration.
Alteration. Okay. Anything in your inventory that's glowing?
I don't think so.
Okay. So nothing magical.
Me? No. Except me.
All right.
Sorry to
You're
sidetrack the
magical.
entire campaign's flow with this
Oh, that's
bullshit.
fine.
You found out basically
It's
nothing.
fine, I spent a...
I don't think I ever noticed his scar before.
Not before this point, no.
Exactly.
I
So
have
now you
because
see
the first time I
A
saw him,
glowy
he was
aura
just
coming
waving
from
it
your
around.
feet. Your back is just absolutely radiant,
I
and your
know.
arm.
So the music comes to an end. The Drow Bard and the Om Charette finish their songs and take a bow.
I clap.
The entire tavern erupts into applause as well. As they make their way towards the exit, they walk near the table, and the Drow looks into each of your eyes, and doing so, you all feel something hit the back of your mind that is both pleasant and sad at the same time. At the door, the Om Charette stops and looks around. Graven approaches him. They converse for a few moments.
I would like to stand up, and I'd like to go over to the Drow, and I'd like to shake his hand. Sir, wonderful performance. I hold out my arm, a hand to shake him, to shake his hand.
He takes your hand
Yes.
and shakes it firmly. Blood of my blood.
Yes.
And he drops your hand and walks past you.
And my hand's numb now. Just, oops.
Doing so, you felt something more in your mind, but you can't quite identify what it is. Familiarity, possibly?
I like him.
The Om Charette and Graven cease their conversation as the Drow approaches, and both Drow and the Om Charette leave the bar. Graven turns towards you and gives a slight bow and walks out the front door as well.
Well, I say we finish our drinks and hit the hay so we can wake up early.
Sounds good to me.
I start taking my tea upstairs.
I am still consuming my brew. And I'm just gonna... Alright, guys. Well, I don't need that much rest, so you guys go ahead. I'll be up in, 4 hours? I imagine you're all gonna need 8 hours. Losers!
I wave my hand uninterestingly behind me.
Actually, 4 hours.
Sweet.
Hey, do you want to stay up? Oh, I wouldn't know that.
I don't need much rest either. I can join you if that's okay.
Sure. I'm always game to have a compatriot around.
More bar peanuts while you're at it. I sit back down at the table, changing my.
penis?
You heard me the first time.
All right. I'm in Alaska, but I'm not sure if they want it. Okay.
You find some bar peanuts.
Huh.
That isn't what happened.
So, please, tell me about yourselves.
You first. I point to Styx.
I am a monk from the monastery that the wine you are currently drinking is from.
It's quite delicious.
It is good stuff.
Yes.
I took sips when he wasn't looking. I mean,
It was made during the summer months. That's partially why we use oranges in the brewing process.
Very
Are
interesting.
oranges
I can
native
taste
to
the
here?
zest.
No, we have a special way of growing fruits at the monastery.
such a strange place.
Holy
I'm
fruits.
telling you guys.
They had an indoor, outdoor smithy.
That sounds quite magical. I love smithing and looking into the night sky.
It was really bright. It hurt my eyes.
Oh, it was like daytime, I think.
Yeah, that was
Just-
standard day.
They
Felt-
just made the mountain ceiling like
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
there.
Standard day. Oh
What does it
boy,
look
look
like
at
when
you
it
guys with your
rains?
normal vision.
That must be beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful for people who could see it. I can't see that stuff. You guys call it normal day. I call it blinding death light.
What's it like at night? It must be beautiful.
Yeah,
It
see
doesn't
the
help
stars
that you're
light up
basically
everything?
in a cave system.
I'm too busy trying
Okay.
not to be eaten by things in the underfoliage.
think of it like, I suppose, I haven't looked directly at it before, but think of it how you see your sun. Imagine like a dozen of those scattered across the sky.
So,
That sounds horrible.
do you take a lot of time
But-
looking at the sun, Dryden?
Obviously not. But no, it's not horrible. Like it's really hard to describe for you people. But It's like really bright lights, but they're a tinge different. Some of them are bluish, some of them are yellow, some of them are different colors. They're not enormous, but they are bright. They're bright little pin needles, and they light up the night sky. It's gorgeous.
Have you ever seen a diving star?
A diving star?
It shoots across the night sky, leaving a trail.
Oh. No, I mean, again, I've lived underground for a long time. I mean, even while I was up with those bandits, I didn't see too many.
Either of you guys ever seen a diving star? Where it shoots across?
A shooting star.
That's what you call it?
Well,
Technical term for it, yes.
It's a rough translation. I think it's the same thing.
I believe I've seen this, yes.
It's like somebody cut open the night sky and the sun shone through for a moment, and it patches itself up.
What is it?
So, Kuznets,
Digistate.
where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
Well, I come from very far north. And I was once part of a group that I believe you would call a militia. We were brothers in arms. We called ourselves the Cherny Volki.
Does that have a translation?
It basically would mean the Black Wolves. But we were a group, all of us had the same black fur. I was the only one with the white highlights, as I guess you would say. I was a blacksmith, that's why my name is Kuznets. It's Shanmit for blacksmith.
Your name is based on your profession?
Yes,
So my name would be whatever you call wizard.
wizard. I don't know if I would have to look up the closest translation for the word, but I will get back to you with that.
How do you call a gnome or a drow? Do you see many up there?
No, we don't.
I mean,
Mostly humans. Some lighter elves, light-skinned.
What do you make your wine out of?
We don't. It's mostly beer,
What do you make your alcohol out of?
wheat.
What do you call farmers?
You have a lot of questions.
I've never seen a wolf that
He's a
didn't
very
try to
curious
eat me
man.
before. It's amazing.
oh yeah, by the way, he's racist.
I see.
When I want comments from the mine shaft, I'll drop a rock down there.
You know, you never asked me these questions. How we make our alcohol.
I thought it was from spider glands and in hatred of people who lived on the surface.
Hey, that's only half true. I'll let you decide which half on your own, because you're so biased you were going to do it anyway. I'll have you know, we use the finest of dark spring water.
Mushrooms?
So farmer would be
Some
firmer.
Mushrooms, yes. Some mushrooms.
Those oranges sound amazing right now.
You haven't tried our... You want to try this dark brew?
Try some of my teal, try some of your dark brew.
Fine.
It's not poisoned, is it?
No. I try some of his tea.
So I thought about it.
Mildly bitter.
It tastes pretty
Like
okay,
your
that's
soul.
okay. That's okay. Try the dark brew now.
Small sip. Like
Hey.
I pour it into my hand and then
It's sweet and yet very, very strong.
I pour a little bit more into my hand to take another lick.
It's sweet but very, very strong and potent.
I take an actual sip and swash it around in my mouth. Can I taste any, is it hopsy? Is it
It's-
wheatsy?
It,
I didn't
it has
come
a
up with this shit.
slight
Fuck you.
Caramel flavor to it. You can also taste something kind of fruity in it, but it's mainly sweet. It's got a little bit of bitterness in it. It's kind of very potent alcohol. Kind of burns a bit, like more than usual, I'd say.
They call it a wine, but it's more like a liquor.
Yeah, the dark brew. Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to get drunk off of just a couple of sips.
Yeah, it's more potent than normal alcohol. Drows have kind of a innate they can drink more of it without getting super drunk, but that's because they're used to it. But it is, I I don't know. The best comparison would be, I guess, beer to vodka or vodka to beer.
Okay.
The dark brew would be the vodka.
I hold up my glass for a moment and say, "Gentlemen, we have an old tradition in my monastery. Whenever we would have travelers come in from other monasteries, they would often bring a bottle of their best wine, and we would pass them around the table, our wine to theirs, their wine to ours. It was a representation of sharing trade secrets. You know how wizards do that? To let all the... Anyways, I propose we do that now. Everybody, pass your drinks to the right."
I pass my drink to the right.
I pass my tea back to Dryden.
I pass his drink to the right as well. So basically, who's to my right?
Sticks.
So Sticks, end up with the tea. You end up with the dark brew. He ends up with...
I was
No.
drinking the wine that he got for me, but for this, I take out a water skin that has the beer from that I mentioned before. Try this. This is from my people.
Would you describe it?
It's a very, very dark beer. So, like, it's very hoppy, very, very dry, very warm.
Strong! More than me!
Would anybody else like to try?
Sure.
And to your previous question, for wizard, we would say Volshebnik. So your name would be Volshebnik.
I like it.
I hand the skin to Kazgrim. Try the dark brew first. I handed that to you earlier.
Is there a surname for families?
Take a sip of the dark
Families?
brew.
For instance, how do you know
Sweet, bitter,
one
strong.
blacksmith from the other, from
Not
another
my cup
village?
of wine.
Or one Verschmen... Could you say
It's not for
please?
everyone.
Volshebnik?
Volshebnik. How do you tell... If there's a group of Volshebniks, how do you tell one Volshebnik from the other?
It would be your profession and your group. So my full name is Kuznets Chernivolki.
Chernivolki's the family?
Chernivolki is our group.
Oh, I like this system.
I am loving this.
Yeah. I hand the dark brew to him because right now he's drinking the...
Okay.
Go ahead and... no, I'm handing you the dark brew.
Oh, I thought you
And
were...
I'm handing your beer to him.
I'm taking a sip of the
Strong,
The beer.
bitter, sweet.
Very good.
I'm
A
glad you
sweet
like it.
A sweet aftertaste.
Thank you. Yes, sweet aftertaste.
You are all slightly intoxicated at this point.
I'm not at the I love you stage yet.
I raise my tankard up and say, Altamir Vectra.
You hear people at other tables around you. Atabir Vatra.
I stick up whatever I'm holding at the time and take a swig. Rochambeau on that. What am I holding?
stick up my dark brew and I say, Valeris Skirif.
How many drinks have I taken?
One drow at the back of the bar.
He was hiding in a dark corner.
I go, yes! Hold up, I gotta write that down.
He's instantly set upon.
I need to remember that.
Two of you retire to the room, I would assume.
As best I can. There's a lot of stairs. There's more stairs than I remember. Who made stairs?
Given we have a friggin' pretty much ever-flowing fountain of wine, I don't think I'm that off balance.
No.
So it's just me and Dryden?
Yep.
Then I pull out my set of bone dice. Dryden,
Yes.
would you care to partake in a game of lucky dice?
Sure. How do you play?
The rules are simple. You take 2, and I take 2.
All right.
And then we take turns rolling to see who gets the higher number.
Fair enough. All right. Who starts?
For better odds, let us roll at the same time. It's kind of like the, what would you say, paper, rock, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors, yes.
Right.
Although, if Halthus could have it his way, it would be rock, rock, rock for me.
An underground joke, I believe.
Yes, he makes plenty of them.
Yes, I see.
All right.
3, 2, 1, roll. Ah, I have a 3.
10.
Very nice. The luck is in your hands today.
Yes.
Now, 2 more rolls. 3, 2, 1. 8.
6. You win that hand.
All right, 1 and 1. The last roll determines the winner. 3, 2, 1.
8.
3.
Well,
Well, it was a good game. You win.
wonderful, wonderful.
I owe you a drink now.
Oh, well, I love it when people owe me drinks.
As this exchange is going on, they are exploring their room, the group room. It's 1 room, 5 beds, and it's a nice room. I won't say that it's shabby, but it's not.
It's humble.
It's humble.
You get what you pay for, and we didn't pay for shit.
There is, on one of the beds, there's a small wooden block. It looks like what we consider a clipboard, but it looks like it could fold open.
So like kind of a notebook kind of a thing.
I
Yes.
move to it to try and open it, assuming it's a sort of desk.
Easily done, and you see a piece of paper in it.
I glance at the paper real quick to see if it's got writing.
In fact, it does.
I motion with my hand, silently just waving my hand in the air as I look at it.
Nobody sees.
Casper.
It's a map? Most people don't put the compass on a love letter. Open for admirers.
I'm gonna roll investigation to see if I know anything.
Okay.
12.
12. That is a map of the area. But some of those markings are in no language you understand.
Alright, well, as far as I can understand, it's a map of the area. But see this little curve right here?
Yeah.
That will most likely be where we're heading, and that's our path.
Incorrect. Due north from Bagron.
Oh, I think the arrow pointing around.
That's just on the map, man.
Could mean anything.
That's just your interpretation. That may not be what the illustrator meant. It's art, man. Hold on.
You should go to sleep, Alvis.
Hold on. I reach in my pack for one of my little, the little white things that I made ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pop it in my mouth.
You are sober.
Ooh, it's like a blanket on your brain. All right, so where are we? I'm terrible with directions, or maps, or locations.
In fact, by the way,
Begranum.
you gain a temporary +1 to anything involving wisdom.
You know, I hope that both of us are just like wasted at this point. Like this is going on for hours, and we're just like wasted.
We're here.
I don't know. It took about the time it took for us to get upstairs and undo a latch. So you guys work fast.
We're here. There's Cyril. Either of these roads are probably our path.
Okay.
So, we're headed through a fort and one town.
All right.
And a mountainside, very winding. It's on the map, but it's not on the map.
I take it the guy who's driving the cart can probably tell us more.
Probably.
One moment. I take out a piece of parchment and I place it over this one and do the little skitch to get us another one.
Okay.
Looks like crap, but it's the basic premise. I'll keep this one. I hold up the crappy looking one. You hang on to this.
Alright, and so that's all you really notice that's out of place in this room.
And I try to sit at the desk and break out, assuming I still have it, the old wizard's book that I still have,
Drake's journal?
and try to read something about it.
Okay. Flipping through, you notice in the very back there's a list of 4 spells.
And a lipstick mark next to my name. Sorry.
You're Still trying to make that canon.
No, sorry. I just shouldn't have made that joke.
It's too late now. I wrote it down.
Sorry.
And
So-
erasing.
The 4 spells. One is magic missile. One is catapult.
What was that face?
Crown of madness.
One is dagger juggle.
Oh man, he is never gonna live that down.
One is crossbow bolt brain.
Yeah.
Bolt brain.
Bolt brain.
brain.
Oh.
And
God.
knock.
What about body surfing?
Yeah, that too. No, that's an acquired skill.
Okay.
So there's the 4 spells that are in the back of the book.
This useless bastard.
And
Good times.
you know that you could scribe and learn any of those.
I start scribing. Screw it. I'll start from the top. No, I'll start from the bottom. No. I start with Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness?
I start with him.
Okay. It takes, 4 hours to fully scribe a spell, a few checks to memorize it. Go ahead and make those checks now.
Correction. If it takes 4 hours, I'm going to mark it in the book, dog-ear it, and go to Betty Bye.
Well, you can scribe a spell in a long rest. It's part of it.
So you wouldn't be sleep deprived?
So give me whatever your spell ability is, which is, I think, intelligence.
Oh. +2.
Spellcasting ability is what stat?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay. So give me 3 rolls.
20.
Mm-hmm.
15
Okay.
+2, or is it just 15?
It's the plus.
17. 10. 13.
Okay. You successfully scribe one of the spells.
Into bed I go.
Okay. And that was Crown of Madness.
Madness. I mean, Crown of
What does
Madness.
that do?
Huh?
What does that do? That's such a badass name.
It's a fascinating little spell. It's
Okay.
let me just real quick.
Like, anyone can tell me now or later. It doesn't matter.
Basically, I believe it just fears someone, and
One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. Duration is up to 1 minute. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and madness glows in his eyes.
Oh, good lord.
The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, disadvantage, and it has to roll to be able to do anything.
Wow. It
And
has
it's an
to,
enchantment.
tries to scratch an itch on its nose and it fails that roll. It
Yeah.
actually scratches its eye out.
Oh, gee.
So, Gazgrim, what are you doing?
oh, I was already gonna just go to sleep.
Okay. Easily done. You guys.
I guess we're up drinking until both of us have to go to bed.
Yeah.
You've had a couple of drinks. Helga is paying especially close attention to the two of you.
Good, we deserve it. How intoxicated
good
would you say we
drinks.
are?
I would put you at exhaustion effect 2, which is disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
So I'd say we're a little
tipsy.
tipsy.
You're not safe to drive a
Nice
cart
place.
or operate
I really
heavy
like it here.
machinery.
Yes.
I love the company. I like the music they had.
Ooh, the
Wish they
music
had
is
more
very
music.
good.
Yeah. That's...
The tall drow walks back in with the Om Charette.
Speak of the devil.
The Om Charette goes into one of the rooms off to the north of the main chamber of the tavern,
Okay.
and the drow approaches you,
Hello.
and he takes a seat between you.
Dark brew.
No thanks, I've had my fill.
Okay.
Beam of lucky dice.
I would love a game of Lucky Dice.
We loved Lucky Dice here.
I will put down an obsidian dagger to the winner.
Oh, really?
I'm game. Doesn't have to be one of mine, does it?
No,
Okay.
it's between me and the shaman.
Well, I'm gonna roll Paradise anyway. Okay.
That's a very good roll.
That was a very good roll, and now I feel
Alright.
bad that we're not playing.
Let us do this then. What should I let's see.
I thought we were gonna have
I
a three-way
feel
Lucky
it's
Dice.
unfair if you're the only one gambling. So
Your soul. I mean,
I will put what's the PP again?
Platinum.
Platinum. I will put 1 platinum. The PP. 3, 2,
Ow,
1.
ow, ow.
8.
12.
Oh, you win this round. 2 more rolls. 3, 2, 1, 7.
2.
All right, it
I
is a tie
channel my
so
luck
far.
towards him.
I hope it works. 3, 2, 1, 7.
6.
Nice.
It appears the luck is not so in your favor.
This dagger is yours. And he hands you a fine obsidian dagger. In the center of it, you see a rod of red steel.
I take out my obsidian dagger, and I'm like, look, I got one too. Let's look at them together.
Oh, it's a very, very beautiful weapon. The craftsmanship.
Yours is nicer, I think. Like, what does mine look like?
Yours is just plain obsidian dagger.
But it is magic, from what he said. But I don't know that. Well, yours is nicer, but I'm still fond of mine. It brings back good memories, and I kind of stroke my face against it. Not against the blade, though. That would be ow.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Well, as a blacksmith, can I look at weapons kind of and see if I?
Kind of. This would be a little out of a blacksmith's range. So, artifactors, lore, if you have that, or straight up investigate.
All right, investigate. Oh, nothing.
Or history.
History.
History is more of a lore
You
check.
should have you have a +1 to your investigation.
Oh, okay. So it'd be, yep, +1. All right, I'm gonna roll investigate,
Okay.
but I'm also drunk, so 18, 19.
19
Yeah.
on investigate.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be from around here. In fact, it is, as far as you can tell, not from Exil at all.
I take another drink of my dark brew.
And it's very sharp and can deal some interesting damage.
Potentially.
Don't poke yourself with it.
So it's obsidian dagger.
Don't lick it.
Yep. Obsidian dagger with a red steel core.
So, I look at the drow, and I say, something about you is very familiar. Have we met? Like, what village do you come from? I'm from Varenholm. Where's
Farinholm, I know that place well, and the electricity sparkles brighter.
Yeah, I know.
I've been there a few times. You're of the Ravos family, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Born and bred.
Interesting.
That's what people tell me sometimes, rarely.
Many of your family worship me.
Is that so? You're not, I don't think, we're talking Mr. Unhappy Pants.
No, he is my enemy.
Well then,
I am Philoran Kashmir.
do I recognize the name? Do I need to roll?
You recognize the name?
I recognize your name. Do I know what he is?
Yeah.
Well,
You know he is the chaotic one.
the chaotic one. Look at you. This is an honor, really.
Well, come to the right town, right place, right time, sort of thing.
It's quite nice. Out of curiosity, would you happen to have anything that could put off an aura of, you know who not being able to understand what I'm throwing down at you?
Weren't you gonna give that task to your gnome?
No, yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about at the moment. Is it safe to just talk with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh God, well, yeah, Yagatir's. He's just such a pain in the side. I don't. Oh.
Yagatir soft.
And in the arms, the legs.
Yeah.
He's a pain in the side and the arms and the neck and the legs and the spine and the organs and everything.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about him for much longer.
That was my plan.
He's gone egg.
Egg?
Yep. He's going through the rebirth transition.
That could be really bad news for me.
Or really good. Weakens him.
Yes, but I suppose, what weakens him could strengthen me?
Could be. Are you the one to slay the god?
That's what I hope. That's what my overall goal is here, buddy.
I may have something that would help you, but I would need to retrieve it first.
Take your time. We got to do this thing here with the big magical stuff and the going along with the caravan. I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk.
I can tell. Would you like me to fix that?
No, it's all right. I'll sleep it off. Come on. Yeah, I love my dark brew. You know how dark brew is.
Oh, yes.
Well, my friend, I don't know about you, but I'm getting quite sleepy.
Yeah. I'd say we should go off and do our biz. So, Thelorin,
Yes.
wonderful meeting you. I hope we have many, many more conversations.
Oh, you'll be seeing me around.
I hold out my hand for an arm shake.
He...
Shake. Like men. And I stumble... Yes, please. I stumble over... he's getting more bar peanuts. I stumble over to the room that I saw my friends go to. I
stumble behind him.
No, I stumble with Kuznets arm in arm, arms on one of the shoulders, and back and forth, and we stumble towards the room.
I wish this bolt wasn't so rocky.
Someone stop this crazy thing.
It is so what's creaking and once we get in there, I assume I throw him onto a bed, and then I go onto whatever bed is empty, and I just cross-leggedly meditate.
Okay.
Very nice.
You suddenly don't have an option to contact your deity. And I would assume Kuznets is
I'm rolled up in a ball, sleeping.
Furball.
We're gonna start calling him that at some point. I'm pretty sure we're gonna just call him Furball
Hey,
and
Furball.
other stuff like that. Well, but we got.
Don't worry, Chris. He won't call you a football.
That's gonna be good. So excited.
So, morning comes, and it's a nice, kind of warm morning, comparably. Snow's still falling. Has been falling for 20 years, 25 years. And you all awaken.
I imagine that. Do I feel hungover, or am I just because I meditate? Is it that not a?
You're slightly hungover. You could roll con out.
All right, I'm gonna con out.
And same with Kuznets.
Fuck.
Gesundheit.
Well, that's a 7. So I'm a little hungover.
Yeah.
16?
16, you're sober.
Sweet.
Works for him.
Very, very slight hangover, like slight headache, but yeah, hair of the dog. Or the wolf, whatever.
Yes.
You call me for bad puns.
That was really good. I like
Hair of
that
the
though.
wolf.
I feel like that would be a cultural joke. A little hair of the dog. Need a little hair of the dog, buddy. I could use a little hair of the dog. Not looking at your fur there. This just. I start to walk out to see if I can get any, coffee or tea or whatever may be
Okay.
that was unintentionally knocking.
You see Graven standing behind the bar. Kind of. He has 4 cups of steaming liquid set out, and he waves the 4 of you over.
I sit down and
These bar peanuts are quite delicious.
I grab a cup kind of groggily and lazily, like,
I do the same.
I walk up and grab a cup as well.
Okay. It's a very, very dark coffee. And it tastes very bitter. Although to Kuznets it might taste very pleasant.
It's quite pleasant.
Althus?
Woke up late.
Okay. So, still sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. Where's the 4th one? Graven says.
probably still sleeping.
I shall go with
What
you.
a loser.
Not needed. Watch this. You see his, the colors of the porcelain on his mask fluctuate slightly. And suddenly, Halthus gets a shock bolt to the side.
Do we hear this?
Yeah, you hear it.
You hear it.
What happens?
That's a neat trick. I can.
No damage.
That's a neat trick.
Here.
Where'd you learn to do that?
The element of the sub-elemental plane of lightning.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I could use a spell like that. Wizard's Bane.
So I would assume now Halthus is walking out trying to find everyone.
Pokes his head around the corner, holding his staff with the rod on the end of it.
I'm sorry, you're in for a shock.
The
A rude awakening, if you will.
the tavern is empty except for these 3 and Graven Wilvaris.
There's coffee for you.
Coffee?
Yes, it's very good.
As I take it off the top, and I stroll on down. Staff in one hand, wand in the other. Is it the message rod, or is the message rod separate?
Message scroll.
Excuse me, is the message...
I'm
I have
guzzling the steaming liquid.
Okay.
Let me
You
ask my
feel
questions first.
more and more awake. In fact, you now feel sober.
Yes.
It's a very good drink.
So just drink mine too.
All right.
Bitter but delicious.
Kaz is not a morning person.
I'm still
You
pouring.
partake in the coffee.
I put the rod back on the... Is the wand and the scroll separate items, or is it the same thing?
They are separate items.
Okay. So the scroll is in my bag. I put the wand back on top of my staff, and I partake of the morning drinkery.
Okay. Graven leans forward. So, this artifact you're going to be transporting is very important. It's worth a lot of money. And a lot of lives have been lost getting it here. I feel that the journey from here to Serral will be a challenging one. I just want you guys to know that you're kind of on your own. You have one more ally. He will meet you at the cart, and you have the caravan master, Willither.
Willither.
Oh, there.
That's a complicated name. Can I just call him Will?
I think he prefers Will.
That sounds beautiful to me.
It sounds like a
Who's the
mix-
other compatriot?
It's the Om Sharet performer that was here last night with
Tiny Fox?
Yeah.
I like him. Will he sing us a song on the road? That would be wonderful. Don't answer that. I want it to be a surprise.
So, your cart is ready, and you'll be able to leave at any time. It is right out front. You're going to be heading due north along the trade route. It's a very windy road. As I mentioned last night, cliffside for about half of it. And there are a few camps here and there, a few bandit camps. But they haven't been much of a problem lately.
All right.
So, shall we?
It doesn't mean they will stay not a problem.
Would by chance we get any rewards for, say, how many bandits we kill along the way?
Why is it always murder with you?
Murder, 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 murder.
Always murder. Is it a drow thing? Is it a you thing?
I don't know. You'll have to figure out some sort of keepsake and then bring them to my associate Chothar.
Great. We're gonna have a cart filled with bandit feet.
You guys good with fingers? I'll take some fingers. You guys don't have to
Maybe
take fingers.
ears?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why
we'll,
does it
we'll
have to
divvy
go
up
to-
the sum.
Dismemberment instantly? Why not take their weapons?
But weapons could be found anywhere.
How
Isn't
many
that
weapons
true,
are you
you
gonna
say?
see on the side of the road?
We'll take the weapons too. We can sell those independent of putting in bounties.
Actually, your wolf man has a point. He reaches into his cloak and he pulls out a dagger and sets it on the counter in front of you, and it has a symbol that is on your map.
Would it be the X with the circle?
Why do you have a map?
No, that's not it.
No, that's
It's one of the ones on the very the northmost part.
These?
Yes, it's one of those symbols.
You
It's,
guys have a map?
it's how they identify themselves in writing.
Interesting.
Well, you
But-
don't exactly know this. I don't think any of us whipped out the map. We just know
I
it
know.
from the map.
That's why I said. Well, did you take out the map?
Probably to compare
Oh,
that symbol to
So-
that symbol. Yeah.
Is that symbol going to be on their weapons? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, fine. We'll take the weapons. Oh, nobody wants to take fingers anymore. Call me old school, but I think fingers are the best way to do it.
why not still beating hearts?
I've done it before. It's not the easiest
Was that-
thing.
They
Somebody's.
stop beating after a while.
It's
Yeah.
true. When
It's a pain in the ass.
There's only so many times you can squeeze a heart to make somebody believe that it's beating. And it gets messy. It gets blood everywhere. I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah, let's just dismember corpses, please.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
let's
all you
just
have to
take
do
the
is get a
weapons.
bag of fingers. You hand it, and they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
How
6,
do you
7,
prove that it's not you
100
just
each?
took 5 fingers off of one dude and said you killed fucking
There's
Penny
a
Purple?
certain amount of trust when it comes to that. You know,
You
usually
just
when
chopped off a man's fingers!
usually when they
He
don't have
reaches
any
in his cloak,
usually when they
pulls
don't
out a petrified thumb, plops it on the table in front of you, and it has the same tattoo right on the fingerprint.
do you see? Do you see?
That doesn't make it any better.
Listen to me. When you hand somebody a bundle of fingers and they stop having problems, they're gonna take your word for it.
Will they?
Usually, if they're not having the same problems they were before, saying being plagued by bandits or some guy is doing nasty things to their wife,
You know,
or no
I-
longer,
What if it's just the entire hand?
Do you know how
an
common
entire
it is?
hand works even better.
Do you know how common it
But then,
is
like,
for
it's
people to
heavy
come
after
to
a
my
while.
monastery
This is true.
saying that this is the problem that's causing all the evil? Sometimes it's a baby, sometimes it's a woman, sometimes it's a grain of sack. It's never whatever bullshit they're handing us.
Let's just go with the weapon idea.
I like this.
Yeah.
It makes it less complicated.
Thank you.
Not so much to carry.
I throw up my hands and start
If
walking
you
towards
do
the
not
cart.
mind carrying all of the fingers, then by means.
Absolutely. He's saying we should take fingers because that way we don't have to carry a bunch of swords around.
No, I'm saying you can carry the fingers, we'll carry the sword.
And you camp separately from us so you don't bring feral beasts. Nothing against you.
I'm not feral.
Oh, so you don't bring feral beasts around looking for whatever dead thing you have in your pocket.
They'll go for the bodies, not the fingers.
And when they get
Why are
hungry,
we
they
camping
don't want-
next to the bodies?
Why are we bringing corpses with us?
We're not bringing the corpses, we're bringing their fingers.
Okay, let's just bring their swords.
I'm assuming you're having this discussion on the way out.
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very long
I'm
conversation.
just looking. I want to
Halfway through the
imagine what
car
everybody in the bar is
3
like
days
as
later.
we're leaving, talking about taking fingers.
The bar is empty.
Oh,
It's just you guys and Graven.
I think taking fingers is a good idea, guys.
Suddenly, coming outside, you see a very muscular-looking human. He's about 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there, and he has long blonde hair and it's pulled back into a ponytail. Every once in a while, as he's moving around, you see a gem implanted in the back of his neck. And it's a large blue, essentially a blue sapphire.
Excuse me, sir. We were having a conversation on whether or not if you're taking bounties, you should take a finger or a weapon.
That's a little above my pay grade there, buddy.
Well-
I'm Lilithur, by the way. I'm gonna be your cart master for this nice little trip.
Hey,
Hi,
we'll call you
Lilithur.
Will.
Can I call you Will?
Sure, sounds exotic.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Will.
I think I've met you before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, traveling south of here.
Ah, it's quite possible.
You got one of those faces, you know.
You've seen other Shanmit before.
Oh yeah, I haul goods to and from one of the tribes up north. Very interesting culture.
Have you heard of a group called the Cherny Volki?
I have not.
Well, that was my group up north. They have since been disbanded, if you will.
Okay.
I think I will.
What?
His name is Will.
What?
Will joke.
Sorry. No.
I don't get it. Anyway, so we are going to be taking the trade route to Cyril.
All right.
We would take the long way around, but this has to be there in 37 days. Blah blah blah. I'm sure Graven gave you the whole speech.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And we're just waiting for Tarl Frinrir. He's gonna be riding crossbow for us.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Speaking of that, the seating arrangements. I call cart! And I hop into the back.
Well. I mean, he's riding crossbow. That's fine, you know.
Yeah, would you prefer crossbow?
I wouldn't mind riding crossbow.
'Cause I know Tarl usually likes to take point. Well, not really point. He likes to stand on the cargo and just scan.
That's perfect because I got a bow. I got a couple of bows. I got a crossbow. I got a short bow.
All right.
I
How
can
big is
fire
this
things
cart?
into things.
The cart is, imagine if you will, a Wells Fargo cart without the top.
Okay, so it's like a horse-drawn?
Yes.
Okay.
Single horse.
It is very cart-like in its cartliness.
Single Clydesdale.
The guy straight in the back.
Oh,
The crate, yes, is about 5 feet wide, 5 feet long, 7 feet tall, and it's cinched in quite well. Will goes up, pushes it, and it just moves the entire cart as he does.
So can we get any clue on what we're carrying?
Sorry, I was told not to tell.
Fair enough.
It appears to be a box.
Well, see, what we were talking about is we were going to try to collect some bandit appendages,
Paraphernalia.
and I glare at Halthus weaponry to try and see if we can collect some bounties. Maybe
He
get
wants to
something
make
extra
money
from your
off of
employers.
chopping off people's fingers.
As long as this can happen, so that it's not a delay in the trip, then
Sure.
that's fine. The trip itself, moving at the pace we will move, takes approximately. He looks down. You can see that he's making some calculations. Approximately 31 days, and this has to arrive in 37. That means we'll have some time here and there to stop. I like to provision up at the fort before making the quick haul to Serral.
Okay. I quickly I try to get a moment alone with Will, and I get close. I want to. So I was told there's a shack about 27 days on the north of the path there. I want to get over there and get some stuff from there.
That's easy enough. I'll point you to it.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So,
All right, and real quick, I'm gonna use prestidigitate, or no, actually no, disguise self,
mhm.
and I'm gonna make myself look like an old man, just because no one ever expects the old man.
Okay.
So. All right, Shunnies,
Who are you?
you watched me change.
No,
idiot.
I didn't. I don't normally watch old men change. That's
It's
not my thing.
Me, Kuznets.
Oh, what
Ugh.
what happened to you? You turned human.
Don't you remember the first time you saw me?
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't
Shape
cast a
shift-
spell on him, friend. That was all him.
All right. And I get into the back of the cart.
All right.
How agile are you for old man?
Uh,
Do you haul ass? Do you even pretend to be old man?
For now, I'm pretending to be old man, but I'm actually really agile.
I want to see old man do some ridiculous crap.
We just might.
Bastard sword. Hey, come at me, bro.
I'll
Here,
volunteer
walk
to
like a
walk out
Stoners.
front if that's okay.
All right. We'll have you roll a dex when we get moving. So let's wait for him to return.
Wait, I just remembered. There's supposed to be equipment on this cart for us. Yay.
I'm currently standing in it.
Stab.
I found my dagger.
There is a small equipment crate under the cart, and it's labeled with an obvious symbol.
So, Will,
Yeah.
when are we most likely going to face danger? What are the most dangerous stretches of this area? And how many times have you gone through this route?
God, people are negative.
Well, if you consider how many times I've gone through this route, I know it like the back of my hand. Also, considering this is the trade road, it's made to be secure. However, I've seen a lot in my days.
That's vague and menacing.
How is it menacing?
You've seen a lot in your day. That could mean anything. I mean, that could have seen anything. You could have seen a guy just blow up for no reason or something, you know?
I've seen
I
that.
see it
happen.
as
That's the world.
Why would that happen?
I see that as a positive thing. He's
called
seen
magic.
a lot of things, but
Magic,
he's still
well, yeah.
alive.
There was a guy at our
But-
monastery that decided to play with a bit of gunpowder.
Well, I mean,
Mine too.
I'm not talking magic. I'm talking like some guy just randomly just exploding.
Yeah, that happens.
I rolled to explode Dryden with my
That's
mind.
the world we live in.
Well, that doesn't that doesn't equate. Just because they're
There's amethyst in this mountain. Amethyst is a focus of wild magics.
Well, I know that part. I just didn't know there was amethyst in the mountain. You
With
know,
a-
just throw around some wild magical rocks, and we're just having
Eat those rocks, Dark One?
what?
Oh,
Excuse me?
he was
wanna run
asking,
that
do
by
you
me
eat
again?
them?
I asked, do you eat those rocks, Dark One? He
Jeez.
says with a big smile.
You could call them fruity pebbles.
No.
I think of them
We
as
don't eat
flakes of
rocks.
frost.
Do you humans eat dirt? You trees? I'm storming off.
To the cart.
To the cart. I'm starting off to the front of the cart where I'm already at.
He walks around the horse.
You're stomping in place.
I stop off the cart, I walk a full circle around the cart, and then I get back on, and I sit down in a huff.
Welcome back.
Did you pick up a snack?
That was a nifty trick. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Dryden Ravos.
I've heard mention of your family.
Most people have. We're a pretty big drow family.
They really rocked that one.
Well, you know.
They're mostly dead now.
Yeah. I'm aware, buddy. Are you trying to tease me, or?
They're pushing
I'm
up
trying to
rocks.
get you to open up emotionally. This is going to be a very, very bonding moment for everyone on this trip.
Well, yes. My family's dead. Isn't it a bitter shame?
Are
Yeah,
they
they're
you
just
live
taking
for-
the dirt nap.
Have you lived for 500 years and seen everyone you know and love die?
I've lived for 115 and seen everyone I know and love die.
Okay. You got 1/5 on me.
Still, a lot of people I know and love have died,
Yeah, well.
including, like, you know, my entire village, tribe,
Join the party.
priests.
Pity party.
Burned to the ground in dark fires.
Well,
What are fires?
you'd like to think that, but it's less burning down and more like everybody's gone all of a sudden, and there's water everywhere, and then it's just like, I know why this is happening, but I don't know why you would do it, so I'm just gonna leave and go to the surface, and I'm gonna hang out with some bandits, and I'm gonna kill their leaders and steal their money, and then I'm gonna get found, and that's just, you know, it's the classic love story of comedy and romance and adventure, and
No, I don't know.
well, that's your own damned fault.
What
You
about
haven't
you, Gnome? What's your name?
Cass, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Human?
Alphys.
Alphys. Old man?
Kuznets.
Kuzna.
And I'm only 21.
Also, furthermore, why'd you ask me my life story and not them?
Yeah, I'm interested in your life story. You're the second drow I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I interact with Faloran all the time. He's kind of a pain in my ass.
I met him. I like that fellow. Something about
I
him.
assumed you would.
The dark one seems to have a dark past.
What?
I don't know if that's supposed to be racist or a joke on my specific interests in human beings, or not human beings. My apologies.
Is there an off switch? Hey, no. Build an off switch on him.
He's on to us, guys. He's figured us out. This is all an elaborate ruse to get him out here so we can make fun of him alone. We're all against you, Drow.
Well, I'm going to sit down and
Well,
ride
ladder to
crossbow
ladder,
like I
you
should.
friggin' idiot.
Like the good little drow I am. And then I give everybody rude gestures.
As you're, were you walking somewhere?
I think he's just sitting down.
Okay.
I'm sitting down making rude gestures. And then I...
Anyway, as he is giving rude gestures, suddenly, from under the cart, an arm comes up, a little black furry arm, and gives him the rude gesture back.
I
Did you see that?
I touched two fingertips to his two fingertips. I don't know.
So
You're giving me a rude gesture from under the cart. I don't even know you, buddy. Do you need a hand? I hold out a hand to help him up.
He takes it,
Come on up here.
and you pull up a little black Om Charette.
I know you. You got a lovely singing voice.
Well, I thank you. Yep, I am Tarl Frenrir. I am your associate. I don't know how the hell he
Compatriot.
traveling companion.
Traveling companion, compatriot. Sure. Why not?
There's been a slight change in plans. We heard that you like sitting on top of stuff and shooting arrows, so I'll be in the crossbow seat.
Okay. I will take Tower Watch,
So
whatever that's called.
both of us being bowmen and of the crossbow variety as well. I just my name is Dryden Ravos, just so you know.
Okay.
I believe we both know Thalorin,
Yep.
chaotic guy.
Oh yeah.
Finally,
is
I'm
he
not
handsome?
the only short one in the group.
My boss and my god.
Well, you know, I wish I could. I wish I had a boss slash god that was so friendly.
You're very chatty.
Yeah, he is.
How's
Look,
it
I'm
going?
having a day today. Okay.
I think we found it best just to
Is there
ignore
any
him
way
sometimes.
that either I or Willithur can help you have a better day?
It's not a bad day. It's just a day where I'm particularly chatty. I'll quiet up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little fuzzy head.
He's not himself unless he's had an amethyst.
Excuse me. See, this is why I don't like surface people. They believe us to eat rocks.
Hey, I grew up in a cavern, thank you very much.
Hey, then you know we don't eat rocks.
And I'm not people.
That's true.
I'm just
Wait.
an old man.
I can't say that. We've gone over this.
So the horse starts to move forward. Give me a dexterity roll to make sure you're keeping pace.
Fuck.
No, just him. Nope.
4.
4. Yeah.
He lags way behind. He's left forever in the village.
You.
We find him in a snowdrift on our next adventure.
Yeah, the horse catches up with you.
It's
And
got such long legs.
stops. Nudge. Nudge.
It's not goddamn.
Keep it up, Sonny.
As this old man with a walker zooms past you. Tokyo
I
drifting.
stand up and begin to walk again, just defeated.
Okay.
You just get trampled by the horse.
And the old man.
The old man.
The old man.
He's like on a walker. Oh, the walker, it hurts.
My walker's got on a gnome.
There's so no stuck on my walker.
Walker.
1d6 walker damage. And 1d4 if it has a little tennis
It
ball.
has some tennis balls. They're actually rats. I killed them.
Bring him to a necromancer, he'd revive him. Now you have an automatically walking.
I should tie rats to his freaking shoes. So it's,
Speaking of necromancy, I gotta show you an image after this.
I'm scared.
Put that away.
Okay.
Your teacup?
So-
Gross.
Rolling forward, you see the Furnic mountain range looming off in the distance. You see as far as you can see in the snow. It's it's lightening up a little bit. You can see about half a mile in front of you. And you see the path immediately begin to ascend and start to wind up into the Furnic range.
What does the Furnic range look
Have you seen the Sierras?
like?
You mean the area around where we live?
Yeah, it's
You mean the
essentially-
shit that I drive up every... I mean, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's very much like the Sierras, but this path leads alongside
I'm sure it looks much different when you're not going 65.
mountain range. Like I said, this path
Quite
mainly just winds up and sticks to the side of the mountain, kind of like driving down Geiger Grade.
How many
Easy
times
to
have you
roll
been
down.
up this again?
This is for you, podcast listeners who live in our area.
Will says, "What'd you say?"
So, how many times up and down that thing?
About once a month for the past 400 years.
That's a lot of times.
freaking A.
I'd say he knows it pretty well.
Oh yeah, I know. I know a lot about this mountain. I've been all over it, on purpose, not on purpose.
Have you started naming the trees you pass?
Yep.
Do they name you?
Only one. There's only one tree that talks back.
Could you point him out to me?
Sure. He's about 15 days in.
Oh.
So we get to
Does
meet
he
a
have a
talking
In
tree.
face?
15 days, a talking
Yeah.
tree.
We'll make. I'll make sure to set up camp there.
Oh, I've always been interested in what a tree would have to say to me.
He's a very interesting tree. There's a lot of people who travel from all over the world just to speak with him.
Sounds accurate. I mean, not many trees where I come from, so
Yeah,
why not?
indeed.
Not many trees where I come from either, let alone talking trees.
There are some who even say that he has some sort of psychic connection with talking trees in other continents. So, I don't know.
How fascinating.
Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I just enjoy his company every once in a while. Yes, Dark One?
I think it's more
Oh,
interesting.
nothing.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm thinking. This is my thinking
Don't
face.
worry about it, huh?
Don't worry about it. Usually if I say don't worry about it, you worry about it, but not this time.
You keep those stilettos away from my kidneys.
Look, my stilettos are none of your business.
You'd probably steal them too.
Probably.
Look, kidneys are worth a lot. In
You
certain
turn them in
nations.
for a fucking reward.
Hey.
Oh,
You'd
that's
stab
true.
one, steal the other, and say, "Look what I found! It's a hot
the fun thing
commodity."
about my kidneys, though, is that they are made of stone.
That's a lot of drinking.
Oh, ha. That's funny.
So they're made of rock?
They are made of rock?
Are you thinking of eating them?
Stone.
I've heard rock is pretty
Stop.
delicious.
Hey, don't talk about raw.
What do you mean? What do you mean rock?
That's-
I mean we're riding on rock right now. What do you
You might call them
call what?
the rock.
What? We got rock all around us.
It's a flying
The
creature.
rock.
Rock.
And he points up, and there is a rock flying overhead.
What the hell is that?
A
That's
rock.
a rock.
No, it's not. It's a bird.
R-A-K-K, I believe.
R-O-C.
Oh,
R-
R-O-C.
R-O-C. That's not how you spell rock.
That's how you spell that kind of rock.
Are you telling me that bird up there is called a rock?
Yes.
That's stupid.
And
What
it's-
floats on the wind? Feathers.
You know what's crazier? We eat those rocks. You eat, and I scoop up a little off the ground. These.
I wouldn't normally ask this, but can I slap him?
I'm over here gently blowing the dirt into
Who
his
are you
ear.
asking? So,
Can you smell what the rock is?
Anyone want to try some rock hunting?
I wouldn't mind trying that rock.
Tarl says, "Hey, I can conjure food if you want.
I don't know, it's just
We
like,
can have some fried rock tonight."
ooh.
Oh, yes,
That
please.
sounds quite
Delicious.
delectable.
Let's have something exotic. I love it.
Have you ever had owlbear?
I don't
No,
think I
I've
have.
always wanted to try it.
Well, how's this? If any creature comes within 100 meters of me, I can sense it and create food from it. So if an owlbear wanders in front of us, all that has to be done is someone points in its direction and says, "Hey, look, owlbear," and I got it.
Very
Swell. Well, I suppose rock tonight, owlbear whenever we find it.
good.
Yes, human?
My tea. One moment.
I hate how he has to carry his tea around with him everywhere.
You bring your booze with you.
That's not true.
We all got our addictions.
I have one bottle of dark brew, okay, and that was from the tavern.
My eyes dilate.
So what's your question?
How does it work? Like, you take meat from the animal that's not there, but can you take spices from the world around you?
No.
I was hoping to have a sapphire sandwich.
Actually, sapphire is quite tasty.
I'll have you know.
You've tried it?
Well, yeah. Well, I was on the surface when I tried it.
Ground sapphire.
You use it as a seasoning.
Which one?
Ground sapphire. Use it as a seasoning for different types of meats. It's rich in nutrients. It's like eating a rock. Not that one.
So
I think you
Basically-
mean minerals, by the way.
basically, how it works is it sends out basically an orb of magical energy, and it gathers whatever, I guess you could say genetic information from it copies the genetic information of whatever creature it is, and brings it back to me, and I use that to conjure a copy, a clone, if you will.
There's already dead, or
Are we gonna have to kill
Alive.
it?
Never alive. Yeah.
So it just basically clones the meat?
Yeah, well, it clones part of the meat.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's like what I do when I make more than one amoeba, but I eat one. I don't like this.
wait, so you're eating yourself?
Pretty much.
It's a mage thing. It would take decades of your life to understand even the faintest beginning of it.
So theoretically, we could eat Halthus.
Yeah,
I don't like where this is going.
Watch yourself.
I could do that right now instead of having some rock.
Why we gotta go this route? It's been 2 hours and we're reduced to cannibalism? We got 30 days of food! I kicked the cart right here!
Actually, that's rather common. Just so you know.
Cannibalism?
Around here,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised.
A lot of cannibals.
Cannibalism for me.
I'm not into it personally.
The inn
I
where
can
we all
change
first
that.
met, most of their food was made of people.
Oh, the
Meaning
stolen
most of their
hat.
people
Well
made of
says.
food.
And that plays well.
Stolen hat, yes.
There's a temple under it.
Yeah,
Very-
we know that.
Very strange temple.
I don't like to talk about it. There was a body. There was a lot of vomit. There was
yeah.
blood, river blood. There was a creature down there.
I rub my handcuffs.
Barely made it out. Where there was a bracelet. That poor elf girl.
The poor elf
Sounds
girl
like a
got
party.
disemboweled, puke.
Okay. I don't need to hear any more details.
I thought you wanted to add to your collection. 500 years and you haven't heard about...
We've
That-
we've seen shit, man.
Oh, I can imagine.
Piles.
It's a man's hand roll too. That wasn't fun.
Mounds of it even.
Mounds of
We had to swim through it.
rivers. Flowing river. What are we talking about?
Entire cities.
You're getting way too into your act, old man.
He's become senile. Come back to us.
So,
Method acting.
Tarl
Quite good.
looks down, and suddenly, Dryden, you feel something off the top of your head.
Huh? What?
Hey,
What? Yeah.
just so you know, and he's looking straight down at
And
you.
I'm looking straight up at him.
I'm looking straight down.
I got
his
my
nose.
eye on you.
Okay. Any particular reason? Did you just not like Drows? I don't.
No, but that's not it per se. But if I'm gonna be traveling with you guys, I gotta know that you're not gonna stab me in the kidney.
Kidney stones.
Do I look like somebody who just stabbed you in the kidney at random?
Yes.
I wouldn't
Okay,
know the
fair
first
enough.
place to start selling someone's kidneys. So
I don't
think
currently
you're
have
fine.
any contracts. Does that make you happy?
Yeah, you do.
As soon as we get to Cyril, I got a contract for you.
Thank you.
So,
So in about a month.
Well, I also have some other contracts.